Welcome to Daily Papers, the podcast where we break down fascinating new research papers and find out what they mean for you.
So, have you ever asked your phone a question like, how tall is Taylor Swift, or who directed the movie Oppenheimer, and it just knows the answer instantly?
All the time. It feels like magic. But it's not magic, it's data. Specifically, it's something called a knowledge graph. You can think of it as a giant, interconnected digital brain that powers these smart assistants.
Exactly. It doesn't store information in long paragraphs like a book. Instead, it stores facts as simple connections. For example, Taylor Swift is connected to singer-songwriter. Oppenheimer is connected to Christopher Nolan with the label directed by.
But here's the problem. The world is constantly changing. New movies come out, company CEOs change, athletes break records. How do you keep that giant digital brain up to date with the billions of pages on the internet changing every single day? Doing it by hand is impossible.
And that is the exact problem tackled by a new paper from a team at Apple. It's called ODKE+, Ontology-Guided Open Domain Knowledge Extraction with LLMs.
That's a mouthful. Let's break it down. ODKE stands for Open Domain Knowledge Extraction. Basically, it's a system designed to automatically read the web, find new and updated facts, and feed them into the knowledge graph with very high accuracy.
And it does this using a really clever multi-step process, almost like an assembly line for facts. Let's stick with the Taylor Swift example. Say her Wikipedia page is updated with some new information.
Okay, so step 1 on the assembly line is called the extraction initiator. This is like the watchtower. It's constantly scanning for changes on important web pages. It sees the Taylor Swift page was edited and says, hey, something new might be here. Let's check it out.
Then step 2, the evidence retriever kicks in. It's simple. It just goes and fetches the newly updated web page so the system has the latest text to work with.
Now for the really cool part, the knowledge extractor. This is the heart of the system. It uses large language models, or LLMs, the same kind of tech behind tools like ChatGPT, to actually read and understand the page.
But they don't just set the LLM loose. They give it a cheat sheet. This is where the ontology-guided part of the title comes in. An ontology is basically the rulebook for the knowledge graph. It defines what kind of information is allowed. For example, the rulebook says a person can have a height and a birth date, but a city can't.
So when the system looks at Taylor Swift's page, it generates a custom-made to-do list for the LLM based on the person rules. It says, okay, you're looking at a person. I need you to find their height, their profession, maybe their recent awards. This makes the LLM incredibly focused and accurate. It knows exactly what it's looking for.
But as we know, LLMs can sometimes get a little creative. They can make things up, a problem researchers call hallucination. So ODKE Plus has another step to prevent this, the grounder.
I love this part. The grounder is essentially a second, smaller LLM that acts as a strict fact checker. Its only job is to take the fact the first LLM found, like Taylor Swift's height is 5'11", and double-check if that exact fact is explicitly written in the article. If it can't find the evidence, the fact gets thrown out.
It's like having a worker and a supervisor. The first LLM does the work of finding the facts, and the grounder supervisor comes along and checks its homework against the source material.
And there's one final quality control step. The corroborator. This module gathers all the potential facts the system has found, maybe from different parts of the page or different extractors. It cleans them up, like converting both 5'11" and 1.8 meters into a standard format. Then it scores them and picks the most trustworthy one to finally add to the giant digital brain.
So this isn't just a theoretical idea. The paper reveals this system is already in use, and the numbers are staggering. ODKE Plus has processed over 9 million Wikipedia pages and added 19 million high-confidence facts to the knowledge graph.
And the accuracy is what's most impressive. They report a precision of 98.8%. That means it's getting things right almost every single time. And that grounder, the fact checker we mentioned, it reduced the number of hallucinated or made-up facts by 35%.
It's also making the knowledge graph much fresher. The paper says that facts found by ODKE Plus appear about 50 days earlier on average than through older methods. So you're getting more accurate information faster.
What this paper really shows is a blueprint for how to responsibly and effectively use the power of LLMs to tackle a massive real-world problem. They didn't just use one AI, they built a whole system of them that check and balance each other to ensure the final result is trustworthy.
Exactly. So the next time you ask your phone a random question and get a perfect up-to-the-minute answer, you can think of the incredible automated fact-finding assembly line like ODKE Plus that's working tirelessly behind the scenes to make that magic happen.